Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to our channel, and thanks for logging on. If you enjoy these videos, do me a favor and subscribe to our YouTube channel right here at Watchbox Reviews. I would really appreciate it, and I promise to update daily. If you love this watch, you could see it and you could purchase it on our website, thewatchbox.com. And today we are discussing the new for 2014 Patek Philippe 5940G-001, the white gold follow-up to 2012's 5940. It's a timepiece with a gloriously traditional cushion case, and it fits easily on my 16 centimeter circumference wrist. A few ways to measure this watch. Well, 37 is the distance across the case from 9 to 3, not including the crown. The watch is nicely sized across the wrist, with 44.7 millimeters being the lug-to-lug dimension, and it is delightfully slender at only 8.7 millimeters thick in spite of automatic winding and a perpetual calendar. This is the watch I can recommend for a wrist as small as 13.5 centimeters circumference, and it has a broad 21 millimeter spacing between the lugs, so while the size and proportioning is traditional, it has a broad footing in common with modern watch design, so it has a nice stance on the wrist. The timepiece features a Patek Philippe alligator leather strap. As you can see, black, large rectangular scale alligator leather, gloss finish, folded edge with a monotone stitch. Pardon me, this is actually a very thin sheer edge showing you the layers of construction with a monotone stitch. It features calfskin underlay, as you can see, and it uses Patek Philippe's pull tab spring bars, so you can easily remove the strap without tools to clean between the lugs, or alternately to throw on a different strap. A white gold watch deserves a white gold pin buckle, and that's exactly what we have here with this high polished Patek Philippe white gold spade style pin buckle. Patek Philippe since 2006 has used gray gold, so this is a solid 18 karat homogeneous alloy, as you'll find at Jaeger-LeCoultre or Rolex, for example. So if it's scratched, there's no yellow mass underneath, nor does it ever need to be replated with rhodium. Calatrava cross style crown, small, discreet. The lugs are shapely but simple, and as you can see, there's a gradual transition from the case band to the outer bezel with a abrupt step up that handsomely frames the non-round sapphire crystal. This watch is all about subtle nuance, and as you can see, that arrives in the form of a bezel and a crystal that are anything but oval, round, or conventionally shaped. It almost has a little bit of a rounded off geometry, as you might see on a royal oak bezel. Now, the dial itself features exceptional white gold applique Breguet numerals. When you see Breguet Arabic numerals on a Patek Philippe, it's a special watch indeed, and this 5940G qualifies. You have mono counters at 3 o'clock, 6 o'clock, and 9 o'clock. Here you have the leap year phase in the month. You have a pointer date and a moon phase with a interval of adjustment of 122 years, so actually longer than the watch itself. Even the perpetual calendar will need to be adjusted in the year 2100. Then you have the 24-hour cycle, so you know when not to use the case flank pusher adjusters to adjust the calendar, and you have the day of the week. Now, all of this automatic winding, you can manually wind it if you want. Note that there is a dimple style minutes track outboard with small applique white gold cabochon, and the hands at center are beautiful white gold feuille or leaf style with sunken registers to add another focal plane to the dial. The dial itself is what Patek Philippe calls opaline, or a matte, non-sunburst silver. Turn it all over, and you're looking at Patek Philippe micro rotor automatic caliber. Let's see how close we can get. 240. Okay, so caliber 240 here. Automatic winding with a micro rotor. The micro rotor pivots on unlubricated high-efficiency ceramic rotor bearings, so that's one element of materials innovation. There's also an anti-magnetic and thermally resistant Patek Philippe silicon Spiromax hairspring, a 5-position adjustment like a chronometer held in place by Patek Philippe's freesprung Gyromax style balance architecture. And of course, the micro rotor's concrete advantage is that it opens up the entirety of the case back to your inspection, unlike a center rotor automatic, which covers most of the works with a rotor bridge and the rotor itself. And of course, the micro rotor, with the rotor in the same planes as the other bridges, it is thinner, so it's as thin as a manual wind watch, as visible as a manual wind watch, but with the convenience of automatic winding. You can see that it is immaculately finished with that mirrored anglage lighting up the beveled chamfer that is mirror polished, optically smooth on the edge of every bridge, with the same treatment bestowed on the jewel and screw countersink, and you can see they bestowed each screw head with black polished and a chamfered slot. Not just the slots chamfered, but also the outer circumference of the screw itself. There's engine turned perlage across the base plate. You can see underneath the rotor as well as underneath the balance itself, which beats away at 21,600 vibrations per hour. The watch has a power reserve of 38 to 48 hours. It really depends on where the calendar changeover is as you approach the end of the power reserve. The Patek Philippe Philippe seal, so naturally this is a post-2009 watch, as every 5940 is, so you have the Patek seal. The standard of finish is still Geneva hallmark, make no mistake. Even though the hallmark has passed it by, the watch is executed to that standard and then some. Finally, it's also important to note that this is a 27 jewel movement with 30 meters water resistant, so you're going to want a Nautilus or an Aquanaut if you intend to get wet and wild with your Patek Philippe. But in every other occasion, whether long sleeve or short, the 5940G gets the job done. See it and make it yours on the Watchbox.